Welcome, everybody. I'm going to give us 1 or 2 minutes to let people trickle in before we kick off. Probably start in, like I said, right about 2 minutes. Thank you. Okay, let's get this ball rolling. First of all, let me just apologize right off the bat for my voice. I am fighting for my life against the cold, so bear with me as we go through this. But thank you for joining us for the kickoff webinar for the Office of Technology Transitions EPIC Round 3. I am very excited to walk you through this funding program. My name is Eli Kane. I'm a program manager at the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. I'm responsible for running EPIC Round 3, and I'm joined today by Catherine Harsani. Catherine, would you like to quickly introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Catherine Harshani, and I'm the OTT DOE program manager of the EPIC portfolio.
And you'll hear some more from Catherine in just a bit, but let me quickly walk you through what we're going to discuss today. First, we'll give you an overview of the American-made program, an overview of OTT and EPIC Round 3. I will also review all the submission elements for phase 1, as well as the HeroX platform, and then go through some of the details around how to apply for EPIC Round 3. So let's do it. First, a few housekeeping items. As you can see, the webinar is being recorded. We will post a link to this recording on HeroX in the next few days. If you have any questions, please submit them into the Q&A box in the chat. We will also post answers to your questions in HeroX in the next coming days as well. So a little bit of background. The American-made program is run out of the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. We work with the Department of Energy to run over 55 different clean technology prize competitions, connecting entrepreneurs with over $200 million in cash prizes and technology support. In collaboration with over 22 different offices within DOE, we've awarded prizes to over 300 different teams in the United States. Put simply, the American-made Challenges program is one of the fastest, easiest, and most equitable ways to access DOE funding. And now I'm going to pass it over to Catherine for a quick overview on OTT. Take it away, Catherine.
Sure. Hi, everyone again. I am super excited for our team to share with you today information about this round of EPIC, or the Energy Program for Innovation Clusters. And I'll keep this brief, but first I want to give you a little background on the DOE Office of Technology Transitions, or OTT. So OTT has the mission to drive the private sector uptake of clean energy technologies and ensure that innovations effectively travel through research, development, demonstration, and deployment, or the RD&D continuum, as we like to call it. Our programs catalyze innovation, ecosystems, especially when commercialization risks are high. At OTT, we are market analyzers, industry connectors, program designers and managers, tech transfer champions, and workforce developers, and more. Next slide, please. So just wanted to give you a little background on EPIC over the years. So in 2020, Congress first appropriated $5 million to OTT to support incubator programming. This was reiterated recently in the CHIPS Act. And so EPIC funds, the goal of EPIC is to fund energy technology incubators to develop innovative programs and grow their ecosystems to best support energy entrepreneurs and startups. EPIC has evolved over the years. We have tried all of these different funding designs to make it easier for you to compete, develop great programming, and get the funds out fast so you can implement those programs. So EPIC Round 3 will be discussed next. And a big thanks to everyone that has provided feedback to us that has helped us to iterate the program to best support you. Thanks, Eli.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. And I just wanted to quickly emphasize what she just described, which is that since 2020, OTT and the EPIC program has awarded money to over 50 different teams across the United States, really helping to accelerate our clean energy future by supporting domestic incubators. And EPIC Round 3 continues this legacy while adapting the program to the feedback we've received through previous iterations of the program. So let me talk to you about EPIC Round 3 now, which for the first time ever, EPIC Round 3 is a hybrid funding program with 2 phases of a prize competition, followed by the negotiation and execution of a 3-year cooperative agreement directly with OTT. We believe this approach allows for the quick injection of capital to stand up new programming, as well as the long-term stability offered by a 3-year cooperative agreement so that you can continue to scale your programming. As you can see in this graphic, phase 1 of EPIC Round 3 is a traditional prize competition. Competitors will create plans for new programming that support hard tech energy startups, and the winning teams will receive $150,000 each in cash prizes, as well as the opportunity to participate in phase 2. One other thing that we're incorporating into EPIC Round 3 are startup pitch competitions. During EPIC Round 3, we are hosting 2 startup pitch competitions where incubators and accelerators that participate in the EPIC program nominate a startup to compete in the pitch competitions. Any incubator that has participated in any round of EPIC, EPIC Round 1, EPIC Round 2, EPIC Round 3, or the EPIC FOA is eligible to nominate a startup. These startups will pitch their ideas to a panel of expert reviewers and compete for their share of $80,000. Again, I want to emphasize that any startup or any incubator that has participated in any round of EPIC is eligible to nominate. And if your organization nominates the winning startup, you will also receive a $25,000 prize. There's full details on how to compete, how to nominate, and the eligibility criteria in the official rules document. And we'll be releasing more information about this in the coming months. So some of the finer details around EPIC Round 3. Number one, let me say, I'm thrilled to see 70+ people here. It's really, really exciting. But the single most valuable resource you have for EPIC Round 3 is the official rules document. It lives under the resources tab in HeroX. Please read it cover to cover. It governs the entirety of this prize and answers almost every single question you have. It discusses the program overview, who is eligible to compete, what to submit in phase 1, and almost anything else you need to know. If you take one thing away from this webinar, it is that you need to read the rules document in its entirety. Let me go through a few of the finer details though. Again, you'll find these in the official rules document as well. And although specific submission requirements will vary phase by phase, all submissions to EPIC Round 3 must address these program requirements. To create new programming, support services, or program components that are currently not offered in a given area, support the creation of hard tech, energy-related startups, which I'll quickly say, energy-related is pretty broadly defined. For example, battery storage and carbon capture are both defined as energy-related. building, developing, and maintaining local networks and partnerships that will further the goals of your programming, and then focusing on one of the 5 impact areas. And I'll discuss those now in a little bit more detail. We've outlined 5 high impact areas that you must focus on as part of your proposal. The first one will be to help find, recruit, and support underrepresented entrepreneurs. The second would be operating in or providing benefits to rural and disadvantaged communities, supporting the commercialization of technologies developed at DOE national labs, providing support services tailored for companies in a specific industry or technology area, or the catch-all, any creative high impact theme that you identify that you believe will be beneficial for your program to focus on. Again, you must address at least one of these in your submission. Eligibility, we get a lot of questions about eligibility, rightfully so. I'm going to quickly touch on it, and we have a lot more details on this in the official rules document. You can also find a full list of ineligible competitors in the official rules document. In general, the prize is open to private entities, both for-profit and nonprofit, as well as academic institutions, as long as they are based in the United States. Additionally, your programming must have an emphasis on supporting hard tech, energy-related startups. Lastly, only phase 1 winners are eligible to compete in phase 2. Thus, if your organization intends to compete in this prize, you must submit your phase 1 submission by February 9th. That is your only chance to compete, which is why I have an entire slide dedicated to one date, February 9th, 5 p.m. EST. Write it on your calendar, circle it in red, underline it, do whatever you need to do so you do not forget it. This is your only chance to enter the door for Epic Round 3, February 9th, 2024, 5 p.m. EST. Okay, I'm going to walk through some of the specifics around what to include in your phase 1 submission for Epic Round 3. To compete in phase 1, each team must submit a summary slide, a cover page, a submission narrative, a success metrics table, and letters of commitment. So as you are starting your phase 1 program development, my only advice would be engage your stakeholders early and engage them often. The more touch points you have with your cohort members, your partners, and your fellow incubators, the better. The quicker you learn what works, what doesn't work, and what to do next, the better. That is the one piece of advice I want you to take away for your phase 1 program development. And I also want to focus quickly on the success metrics table, as this is a slightly new requirement for Epic Round 3. This component asks each team to self-define the metrics that you will use to measure the success of your programming. In turn, we will use those metrics to evaluate the success of your work throughout the prize. We are looking for metrics that are ambitious, yet realistic, and that are tailored towards the impact area you are focusing on. You can find an optional template for this table in the resources tab on HeroX. I break out the scoring here for phase 1, and as you can see, it's equally weighted between team composition, MVP design, and implementation plan, with the remainder dedicated to the recommendation of our expert reviewers. I will quickly say your summary slide, cover page, and letters of commitment are not scored, but they are required for an eligible submission. So don't forget to put those together. It is also, by design, very easy to apply for this prize, hopefully. Simply go to the HeroX page, click on Solve This Challenge, and follow the instructions to access your submission. So what's next? Really 4 quick steps here. Follow this challenge on HeroX so that you receive all updates and notifications about the prize. Read the rules cover to cover because they have all the information you need to know about how to apply. Talk to your stakeholders, and then don't forget to apply by February 9th. It's a hard deadline, don't miss it. I am going to leave this line open for the next 5-ish minutes so that you guys can continue to put questions into the Q&A. But it's been a real pleasure talking to you. I cannot wait to review your submissions, and we are very, very excited about Epic Round 3. Thank you so much.